December 15, 2025, and I am not out from all this stress yet, but it will come to be tomorrow. I'm going to my old home, and the landlord, one person will come there and check out what's going on with the old apartment, if I have cleaned it up. And I could not do it, as those that move my belongings to this new home where I sit and recording. I am in my new home, but they wanted to get paid before they have cleaning up my old home, and I told them that I couldn't pay, so they only left everything and never clean it up. And so I have told the landlord that I can't do it. I said to her that I'm going to check the apartment tomorrow, that they only trick me. Those evil people, they know that my brain is not 100% there, and so they try to trick me, and then it's be problem for me the whole time. So I say it's much better that the landlord take care of it, even if the bills maybe will be double, because they take care of it. They be very expensive. And but it have to be in that way, and my retirement doesn't allow me to have extra bills. So that's it's one sign that I am not out from to have the devil hunting me. That's what he can do. That's his area, is this with money. That is the devil's area, where he trick us, where he can get people into his work. And for me, is it that he want to make it harder for me in my life, because I don't have that kind of money. I've been working for God in 25 years, so I have not built up any retirement. And I don't say that is the devil that make it, because I know God come and talk to me, and but God is not about money. It's very little that he care about money, but God gave me money now so I could pay this podcast, or else I have been done with the podcast and could not tell you what's going on in life here and now. but I got money so I could pay this podcast, because God wanted me to continue with it, because He had more to tell you. And I got money also to buy me everything for Christmas, so it be like a traditional Christmas, but it will not be like a normal Christmas anyway, because I have so much boxes. I have not find any knife to cut meat with or other things with, and I bought me a scissor I could buy, but it's hard to cut something with a big scissor, so it didn't work. But yesterday my daughter was here, and then suddenly she was working in the kitchen with a knife, and I say, "Where did you get it?" I say, because I was thinking that she should have more knives for me, and maybe my big knives that I needed. But she said, "It was in a box. I find one, this knife," she said. And she didn't know how much I needed that big knife. This knife that she had was to cut meat when you eat. It's for the plate where you eat, and sometimes you need a knife that is sharper to cut meat with. And that's what she found. She didn't find a real knife, but some kind of knife. And she was here, and she make pumpkins soup for us. She do it so, it's so very nice, and she can eat it as it is vegan food. And so then she should put the pumpkins that she have been in the oven, and put it in the blenders, and suddenly the blender split up, and all pumpkins went out all over the kitchen. And I remember how angry her father was when I heard my daughter was screaming very loudly, and she was so angry, so I couldn't talk to her. And but later on I say, that's what my mother say, and I say that to you. Why be angry about it? Because it's already happened, and we can't do anything more than we do another soap for us to eat, because I have stored much food, so we can do something else. I say it's very sad, because that's the best to eat with the pumpkins. But it's gone, so that's it is. And she had much work to do to clean up everything, because it was behind the stove and all over the place. And then it was like she be out from her brain. So we sit and eat the food she make, and then she was going into, because I have a big TV screen and she don't have that. So she was so much into my television screen and wanted to us to watch many old programs and new programs, and it was very much about Michael Jackson, how he was singing. He have done many nice videos, and we watch it. But she was going on with the television screen, so it was not much she could help me with. But she helped me with some things, but the boxes she didn't take. So it's still the same. I don't know. I counted 5, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 30, 40, 50. Yeah, it's about 30 big boxes to empty and then go to trash with the cartoons. No, carton. It's in Swedish. It's wrong. It's not that kind. Those boxes should go to the trash. And she didn't do that. But then I saw the madness in her for the first time. I saw that she could do, because her father is mental sick, and her father's mother, she was in a mental hospital sometimes. So she have these things that can pop up. It can be like that. And I saw some of it. And I hope it will never so it stay there forever. Because when she come back to her home, she wrote me and say that I should forgive her for be so crazy in my home. So she was back in her what she should be, in her normal. But it was a little scary and I be scared of it, what I saw in her. So my brain went out and I have to lay down. And I don't know how long I was laying in my bed. But when I wake up, she had calmed down. But it was a scary things that was things that I have seen in the past from her father, and now I saw it in my daughter. But she wrote me that she's coming to help me better on Saturday, this Saturday that will come. It's a Monday today. And I hope she do that, because I need to take away some boxes so I can walk, because it's dangerous to have those boxes, because I can fall on them. And so they must be away. But But she did some Christmas decoration for me. She is still young, so she can climb up and hang up Christmas things that I can't do. And now on today, my landlord, that one that checked out my old home, she called me and said I must pay for the cleaning. And I said that's okay, because she asked, can't you tell those other that help you to move to clean up your apartment? But you that have followed me, you know that I couldn't pay the bills. I couldn't pay the bills to moving. I have 2 bills that is make me be in debt again. I was out from debt, but it lasts only a few weeks, and then I'm back again. But I don't have any extra money to pay for those bills. I have retirement that fix my just living, but it doesn't give me any money for extra bills. So it's only for to live a poor life on, and not any extra. Those extra that I have money I have got from God, and God have talked to many people that listen at my podcast. So at least it's have been 3 that have sending me money, but that is people that doesn't have so much money on their own, but they have sent anyway. It's the heart in them that God could touch, but God can't touch your heart, you that have overflow of money, because you are stubborn. You don't want to send me any money because you think I trick you in some way, because you have not followed me from the beginning, so you don't know what I have going on. I got all the money for to travel to Jerusalem and stay there 1 month. That I got, but after Jerusalem, it have not been much money that someone have sent me. I am thankful for all money that you are sending me, but those money can't help me with those big bills. But I'm very thankful for any money I get. And if I get $50, for example, from 20 people, I have 35 that follow me, and if 35 then, those that follow me are sending me $50, that will pay all the bills for me, those extra bills that now I get every month. I have already got 1 mail in my mailbox that I have to pay, and I can't pay. I don't open it because it doesn't matter if I open or not, because I don't have that kind of money to send them. So it's a real problem, and you think that it's something that have with God to do. It doesn't have with God to do. Any money is money. God have all the money in the world, but He have giving that to us, not me so much, but to people around the world, for them to do something with the money that God tell them to do. But you but only hold your money and hold it in your bank account and not do anything for that money. If you don't get, you can see that you get the money back. My daughter talked about Michael Jackson, that he did very much for people. And but in many cases, I don't say about Michael Jackson, but in many cases there is a commercial to give away money. It looked like, oh, they are so kindly, but it's a business behind it. That's why they give away money. And like my past friend from India, he was buying cheap things, and then he gave it away, and then he lowered his tax because he gave away things to people. But those Indian things he bought in India, they cost nothing for him. But he got more money back than he gave because of lower the tax money. So it's very much business behind those that we think is kindly act they do, and then isn't it? So God knows this, and I feel sorry for you that you don't understand these things, how to do it. It's not to give away. It's nice of you to give away to your family members or relatives, but God wants you also to give away to really people that have, like me, have been working for God and not thinking about myself. I could have grown, I could have worked for to get a real good retirement, but I didn't. I did what God wanted me to do. And here I sit with the problem because people doesn't listen to God. They don't believe in God in that way that you don't act on it, what you hear from God. You think it's your own thinking or a wrong hearing when you hear from God. You think it's then that means that you don't believe in God, because you think that, oh, I think it was my own brain that makes something up. It was at least here wrong, like that. And that means that you don't believe in God because you don't pay attention to what's going on around you. You live too much in the world. so God can't reach you. And it was today a spirit question I read on internet, and it was about the work. If there is work in afterlife, in heaven, are we going to work? And it's wrong preaching of those in the church that is saying that, like, is it 144,000 will be served of other spirits in heaven, that they are like a special one, and those lower should work for them in like earthly way to work. But afterlife and heaven is not like earth. It's a spirit world. It's not a body world. And when I have been up to heaven sometimes, and I have never seen anyone working, because they don't working in that way that we see it, or I say we, but when I say about myself, it's what I was thinking before I met God. And it is not, we can't compare heaven to earth. It's so total wrong to think like that, because the work we are going to do in heaven, those in the meadow, they are not working. They are only playing. They are not to be used of God in any way. And so those in the city, they are those that work for God. And those in the city, their work is to communicate with us here on earth. They work to communicate with me. Have done that my whole life. And that is the work, that they are helping us here on earth. They are protecting us. They tell us what to do, even if you don't listen at them. But they try to communicate with you in telepathy. And they are here walking around also and try to help you, but you don't see them, and you don't believe in God and in afterlife, and you don't believe in heaven. You can say that with words, but your heart and your brain is not there. And the heaven is to be assistance to earth, and those that is in the city, and some in the throne room of God. Their work is to communicate with the earth, and they communicate because of the love for you. That's so. I think it's very sad that you don't listen at them, because that's their work, and I have seen that they have different cells different room, and they also have different dimensions. They are not in the same place. That I understood when my grandmother come, when my mother was talking to me from heaven. Then suddenly my grandmother come into that time where my mother died and my mother died in the computer time. She died in 1990, and I have computer in that time. And my grandmother come in, and she looked into the room where my mother was in heaven. And my grandmother asked and pointed out computers. And she asked, "What is that?" She asked. So I come to understand that there is many layers of dimensions in heaven. Because some people, I have heard that, they laughing and say it can't be so much people in the same place like in heaven. All those through the whole, all kind of generation from Adam and Eve like that. It's impossible that heaven can be so big, they are saying. And that is true in that way, how they are thinking. But it's dimensions, so they are not on the same like platform. So that is the answer for that question. What are they working with in the spirit world? They are not working with their bodies. They are working with the communication with us. And that's why it's so sad that you don't listen, that you don't, you hold in your money and don't want to do anything that you hear. Sometimes you maybe hear right, but you denied it and say this is wrong hearing like that, because you want to keep the money. But I tell you, God have told me for a long time ago that all the money is his money, and he decide who is going to get those money. And those that get the money, God rely on them to give out money and help other people with that kind of money. It was so in the beginning with you until the world took you and took you into the prison of the world. And the world is about money. And the world is to be known to give away very much money when it's not really giving away money, because that is giving the money away to foreigner. But you need to know that foreigner is a good person you give to. I find out it when I was in Africa. There was no real nice person. They only wanted my money. I don't see it so much about this with nice people in this generation, because I can't. they can't know that in the past. You must live on the same platform and the same generation as me could support me. But they do that in heaven anyway. They do it in their way. And they wanted me to continue the platform, the podcast. That this podcast is the Spirit's podcast, the Third Testament. And it's not my podcast. It gives me sometimes a little money, but that is not the main reason. I do this podcast for the Spirit, a tool for the Spirit to communicate with you. I really hope that someone is going into the lightning that you come to understand from today, that have nothing with this world to do. It's a spirit thing, that it's not, the money is not giving to you because of your work or you're famous, or it's a giving because from the start it was a clean body they gave money to, and they were thinking this is a real nice person. But you turn into be selfish and holding into your money. So it's a free will. I don't have a free will, but most people have the free will. And that's why they don't have wrong to give you that money, but because of your free will, you choose to keep the money for yourself, or to work for you to be famous, to be looked at. It was not afterlife or heaven's way to see it from the start, but the free will make it. So it's not about them, what happened in your life, that you become to be that holding into the money and to be seen of other with that money. So this is what's going on in my life today. And it was a gap in this podcast because I couldn't pay the podcast. And they stopped everything. So I didn't get any listener for 2-3 days. But God was sending me money so I could continue with the podcast. And that I understand that God have more to tell you. So thank you for following me, and thank you for supporting me in this work I have for God. I work with a podcast. That's my work. I can't do so much more because I'm disabled. So I'm glad that I have that to do. And so I still work for God. but in another way. And so I am very thankful if you could support me with, so I can pay these bills I have for moving now. And God bless you.